Hello, hello. Welcome back to Keto Homestead with Jess. TH2, it's good to see you. Hello. Brian, good to see you. I'm glad you can make it. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Actually, I'm not. I'm early. Ooh, I thought I was late. I was rushing around trying to get my screen to work. It's all right. How are you doing this evening? Hopefully all is well and you had a good day. Had a long day, busy day, but productive. Hey, Patricia, good to see you. Hello and welcome. So today is talking about frugalness. Is there anything that you do in the chat that is frugal? I'm curious what you do to help you save money, whether that's in the home or on the homestead. Good to see you too, Patricia. We got 2 thumbs up. Thank you. I just woke up for a nap, so I'm waking up. I'm a little foggy. I'm going to share this out on my community tab real quick. Okay, that is shared. Hey, the best life. Good to see you. I'm so poor. I just washed a paper plate. Been there, done that too. So I was thinking the other day, instead of doing my 7 days of frugalness, my last video would be alive. So here we are to do that. And I just wanted to talk a little bit. I use baking soda and vinegar for laundry. Awesome. And that was one of the topics. I'm glad you mentioned that, Patricia. I used to, years ago, I tried making my own laundry soap. You see all these recipes all over YouTube, all over the place, Pinterest and stuff, to make your own laundry soap. And it was awesome. A great idea. I love the idea. Hi, JJ. And I did do that. I used that recipe to make all kinds of laundry soap for about a year. And then something started happening. All like my towels, they didn't soak up any moisture. They felt weird. They weren't getting really clean, I noticed. So I really started looking into that to see what the issue was. I can't afford a paper plate. I had to use a printer paper. Oh my goodness. So I dove into that research to figure out why the Nels Thapa wasn't working as a laundry detergent for me, but everybody else was like so happy and gung ho about it, I guess. Well, what I researched is that Nels Thapa, and what's the other one? Zote. Zote is another one. I found out that when our grandparents or great grandparents used that, they were using a washboard. So the friction is actually what was getting their clothes clean. And with the washing machine, it just agitates our clothes. So there's no friction to get them clean. So I quit using the homemade laundry soap because of that. I was happy for about a year. And then after that, I was like, no. So now I use regular off-brand laundry soap. But I guess if you want to go out and use a washboard, I am not that motivated to go wash clothes with a washboard. But baking soda is one of the main ingredients in powdered laundry mix. Awesome. Good to know. Hello, Moonlight Gypsy. So yeah, there's so many different things you could do to be frugal on the homestead or in your home. So many things. For one, canning and collecting herbs so you don't have to go out and buy those things. That has been a huge, huge money saver for me. That's what keeps us going. And then obviously making some of the animal feeds, that really helps out. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. All right. Sorry about that. I am so glad you made it today, Brian. Hello and welcome. He is always here, right? The best life. And if he does miss a live, he's always commenting. So, is there anything else anybody out there does to be frugal and to save money? I'm trying to think. I had a million things. I guess I should have wrote it down. I had a million things to tell you, and now I'm like drawing a blank for some reason. We rarely go to town, so the only time we're really buying gas or anything like that for the lawnmowers and chainsaws is, once in a while. So I try to stay home as much as possible, and that helps out, especially right now with the gas prices. Cooking my own homemade food is really frugal, I think. It saves a lot of money from eating out. We do eat out every once in a blue moon. Yes, there you go, TH2. You roll your own cigarettes. I do that as well. I've rolled my own cigarettes for years. Much, much cheaper. I found making a list and ordering groceries online helps save. I don't find extra stuff because I'm not in the store. That's a good tip too, the best life. Yes. There's like a handful of things that I think that I really have to have name brand. For instance, I don't know why, but like my Gain or Dawn dish soap, I can't have the cheap dish soap. It drives me nuts. Like I feel like it doesn't break up the oil or the grease. So like my Dawn or my Gain dish soap is a must have. And when I do buy those products, they're in like a gallon jug. And then, of course, butchering our own animals really helps. Um, and then canning that. I used to do a lot of vacuum sealing and then just put a lot of it in the freezer, but I don't do that as much anymore. I still do vacuum sealing some things, but I try not to pack full my freezer like I used to. And I don't know about that. Like, everybody keeps telling me about ordering groceries online and doing like a delivery or pickup or whatever. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that for some reason. Yes, Dawn does clean good. Yes, I agree. There's nothing better than Dawn. But Gain is pretty close to it. Sometimes cheap products are more expensive due to the fact that you need to use more to keep the same results as a name brand. That is true. And welcome, Tim. Good to see you. That is true. You got to really pick and choose what you're using. I know another downfall of mine is paper towels. And that's the thing. All of us need to do better at using reusable resources. And paper towels is one that is not, but I love paper towels. Paper towels are an addiction to me. I don't know why. I guess because they were never in the house when I was a kid, and they're just so much easier to wipe something up or clean something and just throw it away. So I guess you have to pick and choose. Yeah, Jiffy Lube peanut butter. Why did I say Jiffy Lube? Oh, Jif peanut butter. Yes. I tell my kids, no, you can't borrow any money. Figure it out. That's a good way to and like Gypsy. I don't have money for people to borrow, so I use essential oils on a damp rag for fabric softener. Ooh, that's a new one to me anyway. What essential oil do you prefer to use, Patricia? I'm curious. I love my essential oils. I guess that's another frugal way. If you can find a good, inexpensive essential oil, I definitely believe in essential oils to help you boost your immune system and things like that. So that's what this is an essential oil necklace. And whenever we go to town, me or Barrett, I put some. I can't think of it. What do I put on here? I don't even see it in my. There it is. On Guard. On Guard definitely boosts your immune system. And anytime we go into town, that's what I put on us. And I believe that is frugal because you'll have less doctor bills and such. Lavender. Ooh, love lavender. Hello, Peanuts Peppers. Good to see you. How are you doing? I mix Borax and Arm & Hammer washing powder for my laundry detergent. So you just leave out the Zote or Nels Thapa, JJ? It repels bugs and relaxes me. Maybe I should try that for all these stink bugs that are everywhere. Jess, that stuff is great. Yes, I agree. I love it. It's really cold here. Oh, it's been cold all day. What else do I do? Okay, so I grow a lot of my own pantry stuff. Like, even though I don't eat it right now because I am keto, I still do grow my I can't think, soup beans and kidney beans and things like that. So I have huge gallon-sized jars of those things on hand. Yes, it's great with kids and animals. Brian says, yeah, the weather has been changing fast here. Us too. You gotta love the Ohio stink bug. No, they're horrible. Every time I turn around, they're there. It was so funny. I was laughing so hard the other night. So another frugal thing to do is, especially during the summertime, we don't use the dryer at all. I will wash the clothes and then hang everything on the line. And so Barrett, I had pulled all the clothes off the line, and Barrett had gotten a pair of pajamas that I just brought in, and he took a shower and he put the pajama pants on. And when he put the pajama pants on, he had one of them stink bugs in his pants. He ripped them pants off so fast he didn't know if it was a spider or what. I was laughing so hard. 72 here, 49 in the morning. Wow. Winter is around the corner. It sure is. Oh, and I'm not looking forward to it. Sitting in Lowe's parking lot waiting for husband. I saw you were live. Well, hello. Harvest Mary Moon, how are you? We're just talking about being frugal and sharing ideas on how to do that. Another thing is, I think it was, I don't know, about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I'm not sure. But back when I was working and still had an income, me and Barrett wanted to take the easy route and get a chicken coop and get rabbit coops. And instead of building it ourselves or trying to build it, we're not builders. I will just point that out right now. We're horrible at building stuff. So instead of the headache of trying to figure out and building it ourselves, we decided we go to Tractor Supply and get those pre-made chicken coops and rabbit hutches. Worst mistake of our lives. Those things have been nothing but a pain in the butt. I don't know what kind of wood they're put together with, but it is the cheapest, thinnest wood that you could use. And it was a lot of money. Those things aren't cheap. You spend a lot of money on those hutches and chicken coops, and it's basically falling apart, as soon as the rain hit it and just the weather. I don't know if it's Ohio weather, if it's for you guys, wherever you are too, but it's the worst thing that I've ever purchased. And I swore up and down after that I would never, I don't care if I don't have building skills or not. If it holds up through the weather and does its job, I don't care what it looks like. Hello, Henry. Yes, you're right. Great ways to save. Love my veggie garden. Love my veggie garden too. They don't last long, Jess. No, they don't. That was like the worst investment I ever made. So if there's any new homesteaders out there or new chicken mamas or papas out there, don't go buy one of those prefab chicken coops or rabbit hutches or anything like that. Make sure you build it yourself or look around for somebody that's built one that you can buy off of them. We got one of those chicken coops from there and have had to fix so many things. That stupid thing, it's frustrating, right? And that's funny too, because we get so frustrated with ours too, having to fix stuff on it. It's just ridiculous. And what was the other thing? Thankfully, I got it for free. One of my local churches had a yard sale, and it was by donation only. The yard sale was, so whatever you got from the yard sale, you could pay whatever you wanted to. And I got this like plastic dog house, and it's basically a snap together. It has a roof. There's two pieces of the roof. You snap those together, and then the frame of it is just basically a plastic box. And that roof sits like this, and it snaps into the top of that box. But all four of those sides have to snap together too, and the bottom. And I think I paid $5 at the yard sale for that. And just the other day on Facebook Marketplace, I seen somebody else selling the exact same one, and they wanted $100 for it. And I wanted to get on there so bad and be like, don't do it. Whoever's looking at this, do not buy it. That thing has been horrible too. It falls apart. the snaps, I don't know what the deal is. It just is very flimsy. It does not hold up together. And I originally got it for the turkeys that they could go in there and nest in there. The turkeys would go in there and just fall and collapse around them because as soon as they laid on the floor, it like loosened up the snaps or something. So it just cave in. So yesterday I spent time on that stupid thing and I hot glued all the pieces together. I don't know if it's going to stay together or not, but I'm trying. Thank goodness I only paid $5 for it though. If I would have paid, $100 or more, I would have been really mad. We got one of those chicken coops from there. Okay, I already read that. Just call me Bob the Builder. Well, Bob the Builder, we need you over here. Come build some stuff for us. A friend's got a chicken coop he made, and where the chickens lay, he pulls it out like a drawer and cleans it from the outside. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh man, my older brother got one of them coops from whatever that word is, and the wind blew it over and crushed it before there was a chicken in it. Wow. Good price at $5, yeah. You guys, I'm cheap. I don't like paying. I don't like giving out my hard-earned money. Hey, Tiger454, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm definitely a wheeler or dealer. I like going to yard sales and getting the least amount for my money. And that's another thing. Bartering is very frugal. Negotiating with people is very frugal. I really love bartering. I wish more people were into bartering nowadays. There's not very many, but every once in a while I'll do a good barter, and I just love it when I do. I think the last bartering I did was last year for a piglet, and I bartered a bunch of it was cattle panels and waters, some posts, and some heat pads for wintertime for the piglets, and that was super fun. Hey, Bushcraft family, good to see you. Hello and welcome. I like building myself. I mean, it's better. At least I know it will stay together most of the time when you build it. Like I said, we're not very good builders, but Barrett did a rabbit hutch for me last year. Maybe it was the year before. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was the first time he ever did a rabbit hutch, and I think he did a really, really good job. Of course, after building it and looking at it over some time, he's seen things that needed some work, or, he's seen things that he didn't like. But that rabbit hutch has held up better than anything that we could ever purchase. So I really like it. Hey, Jess, if there's a carpenter near you, barter, maybe he can help you build a coop. That's a good idea. That is how you learn true bushcraft, but I just get safe. The thing is, okay, I am really good in the kitchen. I can cook and I can and I can whoop up any meal. I'm really good in the kitchen. But when it comes to working on things and building them, and it comes to hammers and saws and staple guns and things like that, I'm super clumsy. I am horrible. I will nail my fingers. I will saw my fingers or my hand. Um, it's horrible. I am not good with hand tools. Used lumber can be good. Yes, and that's the thing. Like, we were thinking about going to the Amish and getting lumber that way and seeing if it's cheaper. But the Amish have raised their prices just neck and neck with regular lumber prices. So that was out the window. So I've been keeping my eye out for used lumber as well. Hey, Crystal, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. But most people, like right now, like everything on the marketplace and on Craigslist, it's like basically a lot, I won't say all, but a lot are wanting top dollar for everything. They want you to pay what they paid for it when they first bought it. It's just insane. Yes, wood has been so expensive lately. And like, I think it was 3 weeks ago, 2x4s and stuff like that, they went way down. They're like $2.95 for a 2x4. And the plywood, the big sheets of plywood, they were like $13, $12 or $13, something like that. And then the other day we went to Home Depot and they went right back up. The plywood's up to $15.96 and the 2x4s jumped back up to like $4. It's just crazy. It's good to see you all as well. And that, speaking of wood, that is another frugal point, is a wood burning stove. If you can produce your own heat, that will be a huge saving as well. Yeah, plywood is high. And then Barrett had bought, I think he bought 2 sheets of plywood, and then we got home I think it was a couple days ago, he bought 2 sheets of plywood. We came home and we were surfing, well, he was surfing the Facebook marketplace, and he found a guy that was selling plywood for $3 a sheet. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes, wood stove is nice. We're going to have to get our wood stove going here soon if it stays cold like this. Ooh, I have a pellet stove and love it. We had, it was so funny because I remember back, I don't know, 13 years ago when I was living in California, the house I lived in, me and my sister, we rented it together and it had a pellet stove, but it could be used for pellet or wood. And I thought it was so crazy because it got pretty cold one year that we were there and we ended up having to fire up that stove. I'm like, this is nuts. I can't believe we're in California having to heat with some wood. $3 is a good price, right? Except for we missed it because we done spent the money on the plywood at Home Depot. Harmon brand. Awesome. We have beautiful weather here. Buying in bulk can be good also sometimes. Yes, Brian. Especially like with your food, if you can. I love to buy in bulk and then come home, split it up, and can it. $3 should have bought it all, right? The best life. That's why I was kicking myself in the butt. Like, if I would have seen that or he would have seen that sooner, that's what we would have done. But we didn't, so. And I try really hard to check out the marketplace before we go to town to look at anything. But it's weird because, like, when I look on my phone at the marketplace, the items aren't the same as on Barrett's phone on his marketplace. I don't know how that works. It's weird. Hey, Prepping 101, good to see you. How you doing? We're just talking about frugalness and what we can do to save money. So far, we've talked about wood stoves and food and gardening and harvesting our own herbs, butchering our own animals, laundry soap. Another good way is shopping at Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree, I love that store. I get a lot of stuff from Dollar Tree. We talked about chicken coops. Trying to think of anything else. Hey, Fuzzy Fork, good to see you. Long time. How do you stay so good looking and you being frugal? Eat right. That's the only thing I can say. I don't consume any sugar or carbs, man-made carbs, I should say. Dollar Tree has some great prices. Yes, they do. Jess, have you done a stream to make lye soap? No, Harvest Mary Moon. Actually, I haven't. And that's one of my to-do things. Every year I try to challenge myself with a new project or a new skill set. And making soap has not been affordable to do yet. I have not made lye soap myself yet. So right now on my list of new things to learn is soap making and sewing. I don't know how to sew and I don't know how to make soap. So hopefully here in the near future I can do those things. Just go home from the store. Can't afford. I'll show the price. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Prepping 101. Yeah, we went where did I go today? Oh, I went to Dollar Tree today. Today was my daughter's birthday party. Her birthday was actually September 30th, but her birthday party was today. So I spent a lot of time this afternoon in town. And I had gotten her birthday presents off of Amazon. They were just sitting here, but I never bought like a bag or tissue paper or anything. So I went to the dollar store to pick up those things. And man, those shelves were freaking bare. I couldn't believe it. So bare. But the last couple of days we've had to go to the store too, Prepping 101, and it's just the prices are insane. It was in the high 40s this morning in Ohio. It was freezing. Mary says, I know it's crazy 101. Some people make goat soap. Yes, and I tried to do the goat thing, Brian, a couple years ago. I bought 6 goats. I had a couple females, or no, I have 5 females and a male. Oh, it was a disaster. I'm not a goat person. And that's the thing with homesteading too. You need to know what you're capable of doing and what you're not. And goats, me and goats just don't mix. I did not do good with goats. But that was the whole purpose of having them, is to make goat soap. But that didn't work out for me. So hey Rob, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I've been good. Hope all is well with you. TH2 60 now heat wave. It's still cold though, TH2. Yeah, the meat prices are ridiculous. Prepping 101, that is for sure. That's why I try really hard to not spend any money on products in the grocery stores that I can make at home or grow at home. And that way I can save all the money I can for things like meat or products that I can't grow myself. I know that that's not feasible for everybody, but that's what I try to do. Even Fuzzy made lye soap. You have to have the ingredients to make it, though. That's the thing. $4.99 a pound. Wow. I love shopping at Dollar Tree. Me too, Crystal. Brian says, I've never done that yet. Goats are nasty. Yep. We have goats, but we have them for breeding, nothing more. Well, and that was the point. Like, I was going to just breed them and hopefully sell some for, I had a dual purpose breed. I researched them for a long time before I purchased them. And I wanted a dual purpose breed. So I got La Manchas because they were supposed to be milk and dairy. So I figured, you know, they could have babies and then I could sell the babies as butcher goats and then use the milk for making soap. Well, one of the females that I had, I didn't realize that she was doing this until it was too late. But she was definitely not a goat. She didn't like other goats or any other animals. And I didn't realize that. But she was ramming the other goats. And she also did it to my dogs. And that's how I found out what she was doing. But she would ram the other goats in the side until their organs exploded or erupted or whatever you want to call it. So she basically killed all the other goats. And that was a lot of money wasted on those goats. You can make your own lye for soap making from wood ash. That's right. I remember watching a video like that, Tiger 454. Is that dangerous though? I don't know. I need to look more into it. You can buy Red Devil lye at Hardwood. Yes, Tiger 454 and animal fat too. I think I don't have a cow or a goat. I wish I did. We have Nigerian dwarfs. All of them are ADGA certified. Good money on the babies. Laugh out loud. Yeah. And that's why I got the La Manchas. The La Manchas were purebred and they had papers and everything that came with them. I figured that could be a way for making money off the homestead, you know, another way to be frugal. And it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all. So that was my experience with goats, and I swore I would never do goats ever again. Lard is the best fat. I know I see a lot of soap making videos and stuff like that on Pinterest and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and all these cute bars of soap, and I'm like, oh, I would love to make that. But I know I looked into getting like ingredients to do what those people do, and it's super, super expensive. Everyone says homemade lard isn't bad for you. I don't know. I have a lot of people tell me fat, no matter what it is bad for you, but I eat animal fat all the time and it's really good for my body. I'm sorry, I had to mute myself for a minute. I've never made it before either. One day. I need to start stocking up on soap making books too, so that I'll have that on the shelf as well. That's another frugal thing. Make sure you have books, papers on the shelf so that you can refer back to them. I render my own lard and tallow from our butchered cows and hogs. Awesome. That is a really good way to be frugal too. So, is there anybody else that has any ideas out there to be frugal? trying to think. Usually for like birthdays and things like that, for like me and Barrett, well, I should say for Barrett, I always make him stuff. Yes, good ideas with the books. Yep. Even though I'm not doing something at that present time, I try to get things that I'm interested from the store so that maybe later on in the future, like say wintertime, I have downtime, then I can start looking into those books and seeing what I need to do a new skill set. And Fuzzy Fork, he actually put out a video of different types of skill sets and things you can learn to do. He had a really good video, and it really got me interested in looking into my secondhand bookstores at different books. And I know on that video he had, there's so many things. The first one that comes to mind though is making bird houses out of gourds and things like that. There's a lot of stuff in his video, different skill sets that you could go out and get books of. But later on, maybe if things are worse than they are now, you'll have those books on the shelf. And if you need to learn something from them, they're right there for you. And even if it's something that you might not be interested now, and maybe it is something you'd be interested later on down the road when we have more time on our hands. That's the way I think anyway. There might be a day where we're so bored we have nothing to do. Even on Amazon, you can go in and get used books for less than new. I do that a lot. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Hey, Firefly, good to see you. It started pouring there. Yeah, Brian, I hope they don't either, but I don't see him coming down anytime soon. So just do what you can do right now. It's all any of us can do. And for my homestead, the goal always is to produce more animals, to produce more food that we can possibly do. So this year, I think I hatched out 60 some chickens this year. So next year, I'm going to be trying to do more than that. And all the excess I can sell, hopefully. So I'm just always trying to stay a step ahead of the homestead, trying to push your goals further and further out. Or at least that's what I tried to do. And winter wear layers to keep warm. Yes. I agree with that. Winter's so hard on me. I'm not looking forward to it. It really hurts me. But we'll survive. We always have. We always will. We'll be all right. We just got to push through and think of that nice, warm spring coming ahead of us. Think of the sun shining down on our faces. And a good pair of boots. Make sure you have a good pair of boots. Something to keep your feet warm. All right. Yes, we will. All right, you guys. I think I've said everything I need to say. Unless there's anything else anybody else wants to add into the chat, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I've been getting extra stuff before they go up. Yes. We're trying to do the same. I don't know how I missed that comment, but I did. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, you guys. I want to thank you so much for coming in and chit-chatting with me about frugalness. I hope this gave you some ideas and some incentive to try to get out there and be a little more frugal in your life. I know I got quite a few tips from the chat, so thank you so much. I really enjoyed the ideas. I always like other people's input so that it'll help. Be frugal in more areas of my life. So, oink, says Firefly. Hello. That's so funny. But yeah, it was so good seeing you all. I want to thank you for all your support. Please, if you haven't hit that thumb up on your way out, hit the thumb up for me. I hope you all have a great evening, and I hope you stay happy, healthy, safe, and stay blessed. Until next time, you guys have a good night. Bye.